And then the secretary who delivers the memos. She makes no effort in advance to learn how to sound the names of the people to whom she's going to deliver the memos. See, I learned that years ago. The names I get in my classes span the world. And I want people to pronounce my French name correctly, Champoux, not Shampoo. And I therefore offer that I would pronounce your names correctly once I know what they are. But she makes no effort, and so she's suffering through his apparently an Arabic name or a Middle Eastern name, and she can't say it. And he says later, how could this be so difficult? And he sounds out the name repeatedly. Now, what about supervisors? What do you think of them? How do they look to you? Theory X or Theory Y? What do you think? Mike Judge, you know, is from here, the director of the film. And he must have read my textbook because it's perfect. The guy, Bill Lumberg, you know, he pulls up in his Porsche, he parks, he's got a parking space. Apparently the workers, what's his name, is Peter Gibbons, is walking across the grass, so he must have parked way over yonder, and the bosses can park right up close. That automatically gives you a sense of a division in the organization, a hierarchical system that has a separation between management and labor. And I think Peter got input from 3 supervisors. Am I right? Yeah. Because Bill is there, and does Bill listen to people when they speak to him? No. He's sipping his coffee, walking away while Peter is speaking. And then the other guy comes up and says, you've got a problem with your TPS report. Then he gets a phone call from somebody else about the TPS report. Now, that's Mike Judge's spin on organizations. I mean, this thing is so filled with satire. You have to rewind it several places just to see what he's doing to your head. And we know how it ends. If you haven't seen the film, I won't tell you how it ends. You have to go out and rent it tonight on the way home. But it is filled with these moments. The work environment. I commented a bit. I think we got that in the co-workers, including Milton. And Milton, as you know, plays a major role in the film, even though his personality is run really introverted. Plus, he's not on the payroll and hasn't been on the payroll for 30 years or something of that sort. Then there's a little piece to this film that probably most people, well, I won't say it that way. Do you remember the red stapler? That's Milton's red stapler, right? When the producers and so on were making the film, they went to Swingline and asked them if they had a red stapler, and they did not. At the time of the film, the red was not a color in their stapler line. So they painted it. They have these magic production people that do the stuff for films. They painted it, and it looks beautiful, and it's a perfectly wonderful red stapler. They then became a cult item to the extent that there is or was an attorney in New York, a female, who paid $75 for her red Swingline stapler that she got from somewhere, but not from Swingline, because they didn't make it. And she had it chained to her desk so that you could not take away her red stapler. I don't get it, but that's okay. You can now buy a red stapler from Swingline. Just go to their website, and it's one of the colors that cost $20. I haven't done that yet. I'm not that much of a cult follower. Now, this film scene, and actually the entire film, it's filled with so much good stuff. You know, the scene that happens after this is when they take their coffee break and they go to Chachi's, I think it is. And what's her name? What is her name? She's Jennifer Aniston. She interacts with the supervisor of Chachi's, who is Mike Judge, by the way. That is Mike Judge, and he talks to her about the stuff in her uniform, and there's a word for it. Like, say it again. Flair. Yeah, you don't have enough flair. And the other, now just put yourself in this situation. Jennifer Aniston doesn't have much flair in her uniform, and the guy that waits on the 3 of them is covered with flair, and he's annoying. All right. Now that's the way I'll use film throughout the semester. We'll have 2 film scenes each day, usually one at the beginning, the first half, one in the second half, depending on how I divide it around the break. The film scenes that you watch, you write up whatever you want to write up about them, and then you'll turn in 5 of those analyses to us at the end. The Vista website has my film analysis on it. I've now brought them into the website. Don't copy them, because I know what I wrote. Okay? The best way to do this is watch the film scene with us here, or rent the film if you want to, or if you own it, you can watch it anytime you want. And then write your analysis, and then take a look at what I wrote. And you don't have to, don't change it to match it. That's not a good idea, but you can just see the contrast, and you can improve your own as you go on. Okay. All right, I think that is it for today. Questions? You see the pattern of what we're going to follow? And the seating arrangement is fine. I think that if you want to stay spread out, there's not a problem, because they've changed the lighting in here and the furniture.